What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, stay rooted. Talk story. We got Bula Vou Experience coming. Braddah Osea. We talking kava. We talking story. And we just vibing today, dude. Yeah, as always, we jumping. Oh, what's up? Jumping on. Shout out where you stay, where you tuning in from. Yeah, today's very special. Special. Actually, I always say this every single time, dude. Every talk story is special. But today, we talking kava, dude. We diving in. I met Braddah Osea at Vegas Holo Holo Fest. And ever since then, dude, we've been homies cruising. I've been learning so much about him, about kava, especially from the Fijian standpoint. Oh, there he is. But yeah, we vibing today, dude. Let me get a request in for him. And then once we do, we'll be diving in, dude. It's gonna be fucking solid. All right. And if you notice, I don't just do Fridays now. I've been doing like random days. So many good people talking stories with. So yeah, we will have Fridays, but we will also have random days like today, Tuesday. But yeah, as always, bro. Remember, shout out where you stay, where you tuning in from. I don't know why live always makes me. Oh, there he. Oh, there he is. What's up, bro?
What up?
Gee. All right, let me fix my camera real quick. But yeah, dude, I was just doing the intro real quick. Much love as always, dude. I love talking stories with you. Not only kava but life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. One of the main reasons why I wanted to jump on was you do have a kava or Bula Vou experience coming up on the 26th. We talk more about that, but yeah, I do want to dive into sharing just Fijian kava culture, kava in general, and basically what you've been up to, dude. It's been a little while since we talked stories, so uh, yeah, man. Jumping on. I'm just saying what's up to everybody. Yeah, so jump on real quick. Shout out who you are, where you're from, and basically how you're spreading aloha in kava, bro.
Sorry, I'm in the car. What's up, everybody?
Oh shoot, here we
Bula.
go. Oh shoot, frozen. Can you guys see me? Show me a thumbs up or like a shaka or something in the comments. Might have to run it back. Whew. All right, hey, I'm gonna jump back on. I'm gonna jump off, jump back on, real quick. I think Braddah is in. Oh, here we go. Just kidding. We're gonna do it again, real quick. Bingo and bingo. One more. Oh, there you go.
We're back.
We are back. All right,
All
perfect,
right.
dude.
All right.
Yeah, miners, dude. Yeah. That's why I always say I love lives, just because it's you don't know what to expect, but sometimes connection is pretty bad with Instagram. But yeah, dude, fast kind. Introduce who you are, where you from, and how you're spreading aloha in Kava, dude.
All right. Bula Vinaka, everyone. My name is Osea Kaukimote, originally from Fiji, on the island of Matuku in Laos. Uh, yeah, born and raised in Fiji. Being a huge a kava advocate for everything about culture. Been a cultural ambassador for Tourism Fiji and Fiji Airways, and doing all those things. Just preserving culture in general. Um, yeah, being born and raised in Fiji in the islands, growing up, just being immersed into the culture of kava. Kava everything revolves around a kava ceremony, a kava bowl, a kava session, whether family, wedding, funeral. It's so important. And I think for Bula Vou Experience, it's something that I want to take around the world in general. Just sharing with some people in Scotland, and just came back from Scotland, sharing with some people in Scotland, and and they just don't realize there's a lot of things that goes into the cover culture, as far as like everywhere you go, it's always mbula. Everyone says mbula before they drink. They say mbula. Mbula is a Fijian word, and it's something that I love to just take around and teach and love on people and have people understand, connect kava and the culture. And it's something that I'm really passionate about, trying to keep the culture alive, and not and making sure that it doesn't get watered down. Doesn't mean that you don't get to mix the drinks,
Yeah.
you know uh mixing drinks, it's okay. Some people will say, oh man, that's not how you drink kava. I was like, listen, the whole kava culture comes with a lot of respect and love and understanding. uh if you're not a person that has ever really sat down and feel the energy around culture and family, um you will never understand. So I've come into a place like there's sometimes like we as islanders can be like so patriotic about,
Mm.
hey man, this is, yes, it's our thing, don't take it away from us, but at the same time, we on our side have to understand the other side, because on the other side there's still humans that they need what we have, and then we need what they have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's an
Yeah.
exchange. Like kava is something, or the kava ceremony is something of an exchange. It's a culture. It's a movement. It's not just, yes, it's a beverage that you drink and it has a lot of benefits. But um, what I bring to this world, I would say, is, or what my culture brings to this world, is the love and respect for the drink, the plant, the culture, the tradition, the connection of love and understanding. Because not everything, not just because you mix the drink a certain way, it makes it watered down. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
from
Yeah.
my perspective, some people may see it different. From my perspective, it doesn't mean that it's watered down because it's mixed. Everyone drinks things a different way. You can add a little salt
Yeah.
in bone broth, or you can have not too much
Yeah.
salt. And then somebody that came up with bone broth in the whatever century, it'd say, no, you don't drink bone broth that
Yeah.
way, or you don't drink,
Yeah.
you don't eat orange that way.
Yeah.
So it's more of an understanding of like everyone is different. What really needs to, what I feel like Bula Vou is stepping into this cover culture, is to bring the understanding and the love to bring us together and not divide us. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
just because Kavahana is doing Kava Nectar,
Yeah.
and this place is doing this, and Core Kava is doing this. It doesn't mean that there is competition,
Yeah. Yeah.
because this thing is a cultural thing. Means it's family. You
Yeah.
may
Yeah.
have, so we have to come to an understanding. So I'm excited to go into Kavahana this Saturday, and just love on Kavahana and the people that comes in there that enjoys kava.
Yeah.
you know uh, we have to be happy as islanders that there are people that are enjoying our drinks,
Yeah.
and you have to be innovative uh, to have people enjoy the drink. And we drink the OG, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
we, we drink the OG, and that's perfectly fine. And you can chase it down with a little bit of ube mixed with kava,
Yeah.
you know and so, or whatever, or mango she goes,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
So,
yeah, it's cool because like I thought about it too. Is like you don't know what you don't know.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like you coming in with your, even for me, like I would say like I'm always learning. You know what I'm saying? Learning more and more each day. But it's like, yeah, it's like you legit like you don't know what you don't know. So like them opening up the doors and having you come in, be like, hey, can you help teach our community, the culture, Fijian culture behind kava, it's like it's solid. You know what I'm saying? Because they do like for Kapahana, they do the kava nectar, which is I haven't had it yet, but I believe it's like flavored, like it's already pre-mixed flavored kava. But yeah, but they're having you come in and like share like open and be like, hey, I want to teach you and connect through like love and kava, but
Yeah.
also like the culture. Like this is an important uh, plant root beverage to the people. So here I want to share the knowledge. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So which is
Yeah.
powerful. You know?
Yeah. So every product there's a backbone to it, right? There's a there's something there's a foundation to it, everything,
Yeah,
whether it's how was Red Bull founded, or how was this product founded, or a t-shirt, or there's a every product has some kind of foundation. Kava's foundation is what our culture is. It's
yeah,
what a Fijian culture is, what a Hawaiian culture is, what a Tongan culture is, what a Samoan culture is. Our family, the foundation of Kava is our family, our tradition, our culture. That's what it is. It doesn't mean that you have to be Samoan or you have to be Fijian to partake of it. No, if you were born and raised in Fiji, and you understand, every time there's a local, an overseas person comes in, like a Palangi comes in,
yeah,
man, we love to welcome them to our house. Hey, come on in, come in, like eat, and we'll wash your clothes, stay, and then eat more. It's never there are lines that we draw that we don't allow people to do certain things. But as far as the welcoming the family, like, oh, stay for the night, we're gonna drink kava tonight, and
yeah,
it always ends up being like a very welcoming thing. So being born and raised in the islands, I have a lot more understanding of what true welcome is, what true welcoming other culture and other people into our home, and it's never a cultural appropriation or whatever that they call it out there. It's always a we if we continue to focus if we continue to focus on negative, it'll always be negative.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we have to focus on the good, so it becomes your reality. Whatever you focus on becomes your reality,
yeah,
you know and so if you focus on love, if you focus on care, if you focus on family, community, it will become a reality. It will become like I focused on Bula Vou for several years, and then now it's becoming a reality.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And now
yeah, yeah,
it's becoming a reality. I had stepped away, like I became like I started going to church and I stopped. It was like, kava was like demonized, and you can't do this and do that or whatever from our church. But later on in the years, I'm 42 years old now, and I'm still getting the revelation of, like, man, there's so much richness into our culture that we're just demonizing, that we're just pushing
mm,
away. We don't understand. And so there's so many people out there that needs the love of, like, the energy that we carry as Polynesian, as warriors of the land from afar, um, like our culture. Like, there's so many people that needs it. That's why I'm going into Kavahana this Saturday to do the kava ceremony, and just to let people understand. It was like, oh, there is a foundation to this.
yeah,
So it kind of um, uh, gives a good foundation for people to understand what they're drinking when they go
yeah,
into Bahana. So it kind of gives that stamp. Like, she don't really need the stamp
yeah,
for me to come stamp it to, like, she can do it however way she wants. But for me, I just love to share my culture. And then I asked her, like, can I come in and do a cover
yeah,
ceremony? It
yeah.
was like, and we've been working on it for a long while, and the turnout is going to be good. We put the capacity of people, and it's almost like,
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
yeah, we have to bump it up. They said that they're going to bump up uh, whatever the capacity is. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to just go in and teach these people how to properly drink And why do they say Bula?
Yeah, yeah,
Why do you clap your hands? Why do you do this and do that? Where is the cover from? Why do we do certain things a certain way in a cover ceremony? And so, and then just the energy just to keep the culture
yeah,
alive. If
yeah,
nobody does it out there, it'll just keep, to be honest, it'll just keep getting watered down. If I don't dress up in my warrior Fijian costume or do the Fijian dance and go into these places and continue to I'm 42 years old and I'm still doing this,
yeah,
because I'm passionate and I love my people, I love my culture, and I want people to like feel the love that we carry, that we embody.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
Bula spirit, we always say in Fiji, the Bula spirit that we embody, I want Kavahana and everyone that walks in there to feel and walk out smiling and grog dope.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's crazy because even with say the Kava Hut, you know what I'm saying, when we did Vegas and then San Diego and stuff, it's like it was like having the vendor side, but also having the Kava circle, people seeing you, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's like, oh shoot, like they see Kava, but like, oh, they probably see it like at Kava lounges, Kava bars, but they've never experienced the whole like, so because the Vegas one was my first time seeing the whole your whole garb and stuff and like setup and everything. But yeah, it was a solid experience. Oh shoot, I think the connection is declining. But yeah, I'll keep talking. But yeah, it's when we were in Vegas, as far as the Cabo Hut, Osea had his whole Bula Vou experience set up and everything. So it was cool just seeing people like walking by, like, oh shit, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, it was super solid. And then if you guys have any questions for Osea, I have it on mine. I don't know if you guys have it, but you can either do the comments or there's like a little question icon right here that you can ask him questions about anything kava. So basically, Osea was born and raised in Fiji. Now he's doing his Bula Vou experience across the world. You know what I'm saying? But this Saturday he's over at Kavahana in SoCal. I gotta double check the times. I won't make it because I'm up here in Sacramento. But yeah, so he's gonna be doing his Bula Vou experience and just sharing the culture. You know what I'm saying? Because like he was saying, if you go look at Kavahana's Instagram or just like their business in general, um, from what I see, you know what I'm saying. I've talked to Hana, the owner, a few times, but yeah, it's not a traditional, I guess you'd say, kava kava bar or like kava lounge. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, if you go San Bruno at the kava bar, it's legit like old school. Just like you go in, people just cruising, big tonoas, and the uncles drinking kava. But oh shit, here you go. But yeah, I'm super stoked for him, dude. He's gonna be hooking up with Kavahana, who's been growing pretty huge as far as the kava business. And let me see here. Oh, there you go. Yo,
yo,
cool.
sorry, I apologize,
No, no,
everybody.
no, miners, dude. Yeah, I was just talking about how because I've never been to Kavahana before, but it's not your traditional like kava lounge or like kava, I guess, like gathering place. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a like a bar. I think they're serving coffee now, so it's more of like I wouldn't say hipster, but I don't know. I've never been there, but
Yeah,
yeah, you know what I mean?
it's a modern. It's nice. It's a cool spot. I've been there.
Yep.
We had some drinks and just staying connected, and then just asked her, and so it's nice. It's a nice place. A cover bar. You know, everyone have like I. Everyone has their own different ways of decorative things of
Yeah.
I love that they wear the overalls. Like I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
the overall they wear. I think it's pretty creative. It's dope. It makes it a young, because you got to look at the market. You got to
Yeah.
look at the people. Like make sure you read the crowds when you're
Yeah. Yeah.
DJing. Like you gotta know the crowd when you're doing your music or whatever. So it's the same thing, and when it comes to culture, it calls for a certain there's a time and a place for everything.
Yep.
And when she wanted a culture, I'm there to support her, to uh, just to bring that culture to her,
Yep.
and so I want to be able to like be connected to like everyone in in America in general, or anyone that needs advice or me to come up, like somebody's wanting me to come to we might do something in San Diego, or we might come up to Sacramento and do
Yep.
something, and
Yep.
so even though there's a lot of Fijians out there, but um to me, I just got the revelation of like I need to share this love and energy with people. I need them to understand that there's something connected to this. There's a culture, there's a people, there's families, there's a community that comes with this drink.
Yep.
Like if you ask somebody, where did Bud Light come from?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
when you really think about it, like you dig into like all these products, there is a foundation, there is a backbone to
Yep.
why they are successful and why they started. There's a story behind it. For
Yep.
kava, there is a story behind it.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. Yep.
why I'm just out here, and I encourage everyone, like, once you start understanding the culture, just carry that spirit with you, that Mbula spirit with you, that Aloha spirit with you, that you know carry that spirit with you to be able to like accept people, understand them on a different level. Don't just you know don't be just so preachy out there, and
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
you can't do this way, you can't do this way. I was like, nah, that it defeats the whole purpose of who we are as
Yep.
as a people, or what we do as a culture.
Yep.
Like when you sit in a real cover ceremony in Fiji, if you ever sit, you cannot talk.
Yeah.
You shut your mouth and you sit down and you watch the
Yeah.
ceremony happen, because there's so much reverence, there's so much
Mm.
love, respect into the culture, that you're not allowed to, like, if you want to talk, you got to go behind the house over there and like whisper, you know and so there is a certain amount. So that kind of energy is what I'm wanting people to understand, like, you know just everywhere.
Yep.
And it's, let's carry this Mbula smile, the Mbula spirit, everywhere we go. That aloha spirit that the Hawaiians are always, um, preaching about. So that is the same spirit that we all carry as Pacific Islanders. And if we can come together and not be so preachy about it, and go into these places like Kavahana and just love on them,
Yep.
and then leave that spirit there, so people can come in there and feel that spirit and walk away, be a different change
Yeah.
person,
Yeah. Yep.
a complete change, a complete change person altogether. Because there's people that are drinking this that goes through
Yep.
anxiety, and guess what? This thing, the energy that comes with kava, the you know the effects that kava gives is powerful. It's strong. It's healing people.
Yep.
Why
Yep.
would you tell people to not drink
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Way, like, let's come together and just. So that's why in Bula Vou, it is what it is today. And just love to just love on people, and then go and share the
Yeah.
culture. You know.
The powerful thing about how you're doing it too, it's not like, hey, I'm gonna come in and teach you the culture and like the right way to drink it. It's more of like, hey, let me open and like just invite you to learn more about it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you are doing like a welcoming, Bula spirit, aloha spirit of like like you said, like welcoming. Hey, this is this is I'm cultivating space. This is my house. Come inside. Come enjoy kava, and then just learn and connect. You know what I mean? Instead of like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm coming in. This is what we do. This is how we do it, and this is you should know this. You know what I mean? So, but
Yeah.
the way you're doing it, and like also I got to know you for the past like few months and stuff. So like just your spirit and how you are in general.
Mhm.
That's just you. You know what I mean? So you're also sharing yourself,
They say,
which is fucking solid. You know what I mean?
yeah, they say it's the vibe that you carry. Those
Yeah.
young people, the vibe, or I say it's that umph.
Mm.
that of an energy. If I just go in there and I sit down in front of a tanoa and just everyone just be quiet for a second and just feel that energy drive through and pierce through people's spirit and mind, and then they drink it, and they could literally just cry without even any show or song or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, because of how powerful that, there's so much noise around
Mm-hmm.
us.
Yep.
We need to calm down, just relax and enjoy, drink some kava and
Yep.
chill,
Yep.
you know.
No, yeah. The cool thing too is like, yeah, kava, like it is, a social drink. So like when you drink them, you feel, a little more light, and like you feel a little more open. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So now like your guard is like not as high. You know what I mean? So now, as you're teaching, or even just sharing and teaching. You know what I mean? You can invite conversation. You know what I mean? So it's yeah, it's well, we gotta tap in with Bula Pies too, dude. We gotta finalize some stuff with them up here in Vallejo, dude. But I just fully thought about that. But yeah, it's solid too, because then, for me, I always say like, because I never grew up drinking kava. You know what I'm saying? I started drinking like what, like 14, like on and off, like 14, 13 years ago, but only the past like 2, 3 years really diving into, you know drinking more, but also like learning more about the culture and also other stuff. Because I knew it was, a root from the, because being from Hawaii, like that's where I first drank my first kava, or ava, was in Hawaii. And like I knew it was, the root from the kava plant from the islands, but I never knew like the deeper cultural um meaning behind all of it. But now, as I'm diving deeper into, the business, or even just the industry, what I mean? It's like the respect factor. You know what I mean? Like, because being born and raised in Hawaii, it is aloha, respect, and freaking humility. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, I'm like coming into, like, for example, like your guys' house. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not gonna offer like your drink in your fridge. Oh, here, drink this. I want to learn more about you guys first and ask permission. So it took me a little while to like actually jump in and stay rooted, or even jump in with cold kava. So, but yeah, that's just how I think and operate.
Yeah, I think it's important. I'm glad that for those that are watching and that will be watching this after, I think for me, if there's a message that I want to be able to like tell the people, um, don't just focus on the
Yeah.
positive. You know, whatever you focus on becomes your reality.
Yep.
You know? Focus on the positive. Focus on the culture and the love and the spirit that we carry as Polynesian people, and know who we are, and knowing who we are is like important. And you don't have to be Polynesian. You don't have to be an islander to know who you are, but because we're all humans and we're all created differently. But if we can carry whatever that we have as Polynesian people that we can give out, carry that with you and respect what we give, and whatever you give us, the people that are not Polynesian, we take it, we respect it, and we carry it with us, and so it's a love relationship, it's a teaching, it's a give, and it's a giving relationship, it's a community that we have to understand that it's nothing to like point fingers at somebody, or there are lines that we draw that only certain people can do certain
Yep.
things, and we will make that clear to you, you
Yep.
know we will make that clear to you, and we're not afraid to make that clear to you.
Yep.
Love it or hate it, this is what we stand for, and this is who we are. And for Polynesian people, that we should always stand for what we have, our culture, and people that gets adopted into the family of the Polynesian family, the culture. um, And so for us, it's like it really is what I'm trying to do as a, for the experience is to always connect
Mm.
kava culture, always have the foundation, and always tell people that you're always welcome and we'll never push you away
Yep.
unless
Yep.
you cross the line.
Yeah. 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 No. Yep. 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 Oh, because yeah, there's always got to be boundaries.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep.
that's
Yep.
the culture. Like,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
you can't do certain things, you can't wear certain things a certain way,
Yep.
but if you talk to them, you walk up to them, you talk to them, they'll welcome you into the tent.
Yep.
They'll
Yep.
tell you in, they'll smoke with you,
Yep.
and you'll enjoy things with them. But it's the same thing with every culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
Yep.
Bula Vou Experience for me is I welcome everybody. I'm not judging you for mixing any kind of drink or whatever. I want to be there to be able to represent the culture of where that drink is from.
Yep.
I want to be
Yep.
the backbone and the foundation of showing people when they look at somebody drinking kava and they look at me, standing there, they're like, "Oh, what's going on here?" I
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
that to happen
Yep.
for them to understand. I want to be able to be a bridge to people to understand. Okay, oh, whatever I'm drinking, it's connected to that.
Yeah. 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 Yep. Yep.
That's naked over
Yeah.
there.
All right. It's just like no. It's like legit.
Yeah,
Like you're like the ambassador of the root. You know what I'm saying? Like this is our roots. Like you're
yeah,
drinking the roots. I'm representing and teaching the roots. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they can physically see. Where the
yeah,
cultures come. You know what I'm saying? So it's like because I've seen you like a couple times already, as far as like in the whole, and I've seen people interact with you, like especially like walking by, say the kava hut. I was like, oh shit, like they see kava, but then they see like you. Oh, what is this? You know what I mean? Then I was like, oh hey, like this is the culture.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Which was powerful with us, Yossi too, because that was his main thing, why he wanted to have you there. As far as part of the Kaba Hut, because then yeah, people know about it. Like for example, when I first started drinking, I knew about
yeah,
it, but I didn't really like know the deeper meaning behind the root and the beverage. You know what I mean? And then as like I said, as I dive deeper and deeper, I was like, oh shit, okay, yeah, this is a deep culture. You know what I'm saying? And like one powerful thing, one of our talk stories, you said, like we're all human, but what separates us is our culture. You know what I'm saying? And then you're the bridge between each culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, growing up in Hawaii, my culture is the local Hawaiian culture. You know what I'm saying? So then there, it's like for you, born and raised in Fiji, you have your culture. So now it's like we're just bridging everybody and like walking over the bridge. Come talk story with you. Hey, what's up, dude? Learning about you walking over to, our bridge, you know what I'm saying, or whoever's bridge, right? So now you're walking into Kavahana's bridge or area, and now you're just connecting, creating connections.
yeah.
So
I mean, if you look at it in the world that we live in now, there's so much division,
yeah,
right? If we can continue, if Bula Vou can continue to bring people together, to be the bridge between just this simple drink, kava.
yeah, I think he's in a funky spot. So, but yeah, we'll keep going, keep rocking. But yeah, it's crazy too, because yeah, been drinking kava for a little while now, but like it's a conversation starter too. It's like when you first, like for me, I started drinking a little more back in 2016 because I was transitioning. I was trying to drink less alcohol. Yeah, so there I was. If we had family parties, cruising, whatever, and then instead of drinking, I would just mix. You know what I'm saying? And then I had like friends, family members. Oh, what is that? And, a big bowl of freaking earth water. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, it's kava. You know what I mean? So there is like, oh, I want to try. So then people try, let them know. It's like, oh, yeah, it's super earthy. Again, this is before I dove into um, the cultural aspect of everything. I just drank it because it made me feel, rooted, relaxed, but also it was a social beverage which I could partake while everyone else drinking beer, taking shots. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's and then they ask like where it's from, so then let them know it's from the islands. You know what I mean? Fiji, I was drinking Fijian kava heavy, so but yeah, it's pretty crazy as far as like it is truly a freaking bridge, dude. The kava. Here we go, bingo. But oh wait, one more time for the homies. Ugh. By the way, oh there you go. Hey,
Sorry,
nice.
my phone keeps overheating for some reason.
Oh
I
shit,
think
no,
it's
no, no,
because
mine is dude. Yeah, yeah, that happens to fucking my phone too. Whenever I'm like out and doing like videos or lives. But
yeah.
no, yeah, we're talking about the bridge, like Kava connecting everyone. But I also talked about how when it first started dive back into Kava back in 2016, I was using it as like a transition off of alcohol. So basically, family parties, cruising, people drinking, taking shots and stuff, and then I would just mix. And then friends, family members like, oh, like what is that? It it looks like mud water. It was like, oh yeah, it's kava. You know what I mean? And like this is before I really dove into like the culture and all this other stuff. But I would let them know like, oh yeah, it's from. I was drinking Fijian kava, heavy at the time. So I was like, oh yeah, this is from Fiji. You know what I mean? But yeah, it makes me feel XYZ. But yeah, I was using it as more of a social drink so that I can have something to sip on, but also share. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's oh, shout out to Neil, brother Neil's Sacramento here. Uh, this guy bought plenty kava for me in the past, so shout out, brother. Kava roots too, gee. But yeah, as far as Bula Vou experience, or even just uh, your whole like experience as a whole, where do you kind of see it going from starting today on? Like, you want to like I know you said you've went Scotland for work and stuff, but like, are you open to like doing invites to kava bars, health food bars, like all over, or are you starting West Coast? You know what I mean?
Uh, I think I mean, I'm open to, whoever that needs it. I think to be able to be open to, talking about being a bridge between our culture. Kava is just it's the instrument, right? It's the
Yep.
vehicle to be able to connect people, and so yeah, I'm open to any state or any country really, to just come in and teach and do and do this this Bula Vou experience.
Nice. No, yeah, and then kind of follow up question as far as you seeing kind of trajectory as far as I actually saw something on Instagram. I think it was a kava company saying that they may have to raise their prices because the supply and demand. Like, but do you see I guess like an increase in like kava consumption, but also kava awareness in general as far as like the past like year or two?
Oh yeah, I mean it's only, I think I was looking, somebody had posted up something about the stats of like the amount of people that are now transitioning to kava
Yeah,
because it's a great alternative to alcohol, and so it's like 200% of like a change, a change of people doing one thing to the other, like
yeah,
changing alcohol to kava. And so as far as like kava being it's there is a lot more consumption of kava now in America specifically, um, but as far as like the supply and demand running out, I have to see that for myself in Fiji, and
yeah,
there's endless farms of kava,
yeah,
like my cousin planted like 300 I mean 30,000 plants or something like that, 30,000
yeah,
plants, and so I don't really see this shortage of
yeah,
demand,
yeah,
shortage of kava because of the demand. I mean, the demand is high, and
yeah.
and we want them to like supply, but once the supply starts, it needs to keep coming. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
it
Yep.
will get to that point, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is starting to be short because people don't understand kava and its process in general. It takes a total of 6 years to be mature.
Yep.
You pull you pulling kava at 4 years or 5 years, it's a it's weak. It still has its effect,
Yep.
but it's weak. It'll taste different, and it won't be the same. The way like my what I think is right to drink is 6 years.
Nice.
So just imagine like 30,000 plants. You gotta wait for 6 years if you plant them all at one time.
Yep.
And so now you gotta wait for 6 years, and then hopefully somebody had planted, somebody on the other side of the island had planted 6 years before you
Yep.
that you can supply.
Yep. Yep.
And so it also, it depends on what side of the island it comes from because of the volcanic rocks. So it's different.
Yep. Yep.
Katapu kava, Sabu kava, Koro kava, and kava from Lentasiri, or from the highlands, and all different islands, they all different ways of, there's a kavaloa, which is the black part of the kava, and so it takes a while. So maybe I might be wrong that because of the high consumption of kava, it's we're short, and that's a
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
And that's a good thing, and it can be a bad thing. So hopefully, it doesn't become an addictive thing.
Yep.
I
Yep.
don't encourage it to be an addictive thing, but I just encourage it to be a health choice.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Yeah. Because, like, for me, I believe, like, especially kava, like, I've gone a couple weeks of like not drinking. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like craving it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like, oh shit, I gotta drink. We gotta drink kava. You know what I mean? Like getting the itchies. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is like I could see how it is. I call it like habit forming. You know what I'm saying? So, but then there, it's like I always tell people too. It's like, say for example, anxiety or stress or just in general. Like we have everything we need. You know what I mean? For general stress, like breathing, earthing, going outside, exercising. You know what I'm saying? But like for me, like kava, it's an extra, I guess like nourishment or goodness for me to help to encourage more breathing, to because it does happen to your nervous system, so it helps with me, down regulating and like because for me I have anxiousness, kids, the business, so like a lot of things are coming at me at all times, and I've got semi-diagnosed with ADHD, so it's like all of this stuff. It's like I have a lot of tabs.
Semi
So there's times when I'm like, was that?
is that a semi-diagnosis, or
Oh no!
it's
Yeah. So basically, what happened was I I got the first phone call. I got the second phone call with where you gotta go into the first like, okay, let's see if you're actually diagnosed, or if you can go to the next part where you can get to therapy or psychiatrists and stuff. But they made it really difficult to get from the first call to actually getting a therapist. So I just stopped basically. So like my first it's the intake call. Yeah, so the intake call. I talked to her for like an hour and a half, and she was in the ADHD, I guess, industry for like 20 years. Then I was like, hey, based on this conversation, how likely am I to, have been living with ADHD? She's like, oh yeah, you're a high functioning ADHD individual. They're like, oh okay. He's like, yeah, well, I'm gonna move you forward to the small group intro, but I guess I had to go to a freaking facility or a doctor's office to pick up a packet, bring it home, fill it out, bring back the packet, and then I was all like, "That's too much, dude. I already got the semi-diagnosis, so now I'm just plus I didn't want to do medications or like any other stuff like that, so I kind of just I use kava and semi-cannabis and my breathing techniques and other things I've used, like NLP, like cognitive behavior therapy, like techniques and stuff. So yeah,
yeah.
I think pretty soon I'll actually go through the whole thing, because having a therapist and talking about everything is gonna be solid for me. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that this
Or
week.
it, it's also the people that you surround yourself with, right?
Yep.
And that's where the community comes in. And if the community, because within the community, there's always that one rotten apple.
Yep.
But you know, if the community can understand and be educated of the true essence of what this cover culture is, and we can embody it together as a community, and we can carry each other up and support each other with whatever struggles that we're going through, and so
Yep.
it's super important, to understand somebody. Like, somebody can see you and say, "Oh man, that guy's weird. Like, he's super high energy or whatever." But at the same time, instead of that, you can, sit back and, reanalyze how you judge other people.
Yep. Yep.
Take in certain, your perspective's gotta shift a little bit, and so,
Yep.
that's
Hundred
where,
percent.
we gotta sit together as a community and support each other, and really just, drink some kava and chill and figure out what's the next step and all that.
100%, dude. Yeah, it's yeah. Shout out to Maya too, because that's what I'm doing with the my positive high and stay rooted online community. You know what I'm saying? Like bringing people together from like different walks of life, and like we had our beta program, the 3 week. Well, it ended up being like 6 weeks, but after like a week or two, like we all opened up and like we not only like shared our wins, but also like what we're struggling with. You know what I'm saying? So like I was struggling with XYZ, this week, and then we all shared and like helped to uplift each other. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, it's like uh, Kava itself as a bridge to help to connect communities, but also like open the doors to each other. You know what I mean? But my bad. Maya also asked, for you, what's something you always look forward to when you return home, Osea, to Fiji?
Sorry, you're cutting out.
Oh shoot. She was saying, what is something you always look forward to when you return home?
To me, what I always look forward to is family. When I go back to Fiji, family. Like the more that minute that we sit down and and drink kava, the evenings
Yeah.
of. I always look forward to the Sunday Lovo get together with families, and the Lovo is the emu in Hawaii. A lot of people don't
Yeah.
understand or know it's called in Fijian. It's called the Lovo. Fijian food, of course. The kava is never ending flowing in Fiji,
Yep.
but I think it's the get together of families is what I look forward to all the time. Like just sit down and chilling and just laughing and you know cackling and whatever.
Nice.
They always, you guys are cackling like a bunch of coyotes
Yeah,
and
that's funny, dude. Oh, yeah, and then she also asked, what is the responsibility you think of people in diaspora have as culture keepers and sharing culture? So I guess like the
what
responsibility.
who's asking?
Maya, she's here on the live right here.
Oh, what's the question again?
Yeah, so she's asking, what's the responsibility for people to as culture keepers and sharing culture, like those in diaspora, so like from the islands or moving to the continent. Like, what do you feel like is their responsibility to help to share and keep culture?
I think your responsibility as a person from whatever culture you're from is one is I always encourage people to always know the language. Language is very important. Um, the bubble.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah,
Language.
yeah.
Make sure you protect the language. Make sure you protect the culture of what we do in a certain way. How we the are certain things that you always have to protect. Is one is the kava, because everything revolves around kava ceremony. It's a, and then two is language,
Mm.
uh, and also the protocols of respect, where uh, we tend to lose that in a lot of our children. It gets, you focus on a lot of things, but then you look at your children, they don't have this like respect
Mm.
of how we are in the village. And that's
Yeah.
our ability as island people to like teach the young ones language, teach them the culture, meaning the language, and the respect. Certain elders, certain people you call uncles, and
Yeah.
grandmas, and certain ways. When a teacher walks by, we stand to the side. Like when we grew up, when a teacher walks by, we stand to the side with our hands to the side.
Yeah.
That's how much we respect our elders and our teachers, the people that teaches us certain things. It's the same thing in the village. When the chief is walking or whoever is walking, you better not be walking. You better,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you're standing, you better have a wall club in your hand, and you better be standing in the right place.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
certain things that we are responsible to understand is language, and our culture, and where
Mm.
you're from. Where you're from,
Nice.
meaning you trace it back to where your father's from, your grandfather's from. Like, that's our responsibility. You have to know. Like
Yeah.
in Fiji, when we introduce each other, we say our name, our first name, and last name. The minute you say the last name, we can start connecting the dots of how we're related to each other.
Mm. Yeah. It's powerful, dude.
Because the name carries a lot of strength and power and meaning behind it. And then when we say, my name is Osea Kaukimode, and when we say Ngalkarua Matukulau, meaning my village where my father's from, and Vasuioneta where my mother's from, automatically you can see this buildup of like connections.
Mm.
That
Yep.
the Bula Vou experience of connection. That's our responsibility
Yeah.
of connection, the bridge. Like, as soon as you know how to introduce yourself, know where your father's from, your mother's from, know your bloodline, and keep that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It, something that's like rich, that's more than money can buy.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
it's crazy because like from like a Hawaii standpoint too, it's like when I hear or we hear somebody speak pidgin, it's like, oh shoot, like where are you from? It was like, oh shoot, oh from Maui. It was like, oh what part? Oh Lahaina. It's like, oh shit, do you know XYZ, or do you know this family? You know what I'm saying? Because then islands are pretty small and connected. So it's like, you say like, oh I'm from Maui. It's like, oh what part? Oh Lahaina. Or what high school you went? Lahaina Luna. And there's like people start connecting. Oh shit, I know someone from Maui. This person. This person. So it's kind of same. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
we are getting on the top of the hour, dude. I have a 1 o'clock call, but I want you to kind of share more about your Bula Vou experience coming up on the 26th at Kapahana. Where it's at, and what time, and how they can sign up if there's space.
Well, I'm doing an experience this weekend or this Saturday at Kavahana in Santa Monica. Um, doing the dance. There'll be live music. My daughter will be singing some music, some songs. My a buddy of mine, Fijian, will be jamming, and his name is Chekote, and we were in the same. We started a band together called the Bula Boys, and so it'll be at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's $40 to get in, but you can RSVP if you go to Kawahana. You'll see. I think the link is on the bio, or just DM me to send you the link and all that, and then you can RSVP, save your spot. It's filling up quite fast, and so make sure you RSVP. If not, then you'll be drinking coffee from the outside. I'll be passing it over the fence. Island style. I was like, I can't make it inside, but give me a cup.
Yeah,
But
it's over the fence.
yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
6 p.m. at Kavahana in Santa Monica on Pico Boulevard, 6 to 10 p.m. And I'll be there. I'll be doing a Fijian dance, a kava ceremony, and some live music with the
Hey,
family and all the community out there.
let's go, dude. Ready.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like I said, thank you for taking time to freaking spread the knowledge. Thank you for taking time to always talk stories with me on the side. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll jump on again. Maybe a couple weeks, kind of see and share the experience on how everything went. You know what I mean?
For sure. I will definitely.
Gee.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Much love. And yeah, I got 1 minute till 1 o'clock. So love you guys. Shihu. And
All right.
I got another talk story on Friday, April 8th.
All
See you guys there.
right.
Gee. Aloha, brother.
Later.